Hi everyone. Today I decided to make love and relationship of any kind reading. So in the relationships there is the same dynamic, just a different drama if it is love or business relationship or family or friendship relationship. Since we are somehow connecting relationship with the emotions, I've decided to take some shells from my local beach or my collection as well. So we will have a three piles. So pick a card reading. The first one is this white, light blue mussel shell. It's very ordinary shell, but it's really very nice. So people are usually overlook how nice it is. The second one is the small scallop or St. Jacob shell. I have a big one too, but it will be very disproportional if I would put it there. So it has this desert brownish color, so from white to brown, and this very cute small pile number three, very cute small spiral shell. So the spread I made up a bit as it will be first time. Let's see how it will go. The spread will be the central two cards will represent the problem and the obstacle or the blockage. So it's taken out of the Celtic cross spread, and the surrounding cards will follow the pagan or the Celtic tradition of a positioning card. So on the east we will have air element presented with this child windmill, which will present the what the other person is thinking, what is in his mind about this problem which we are facing with. So maybe I forgot to say this one in the beginning. So it's the energies are from the relationship. So it's not necessary. It could well be that these energies will be your own energies. So try to recognize it. And if it is your own, just apply it as your own energies. I will read as it is the energy of the other person, but it could well be that it's your own energy. So try to recognize it. Yeah. So as said, on the east, which is actual east in the place where I am reading, we will have this air energy or the mind setup or what the other person or we are thinking about this problem or how we want to approach to the resolution with our mind. On the west side, we have this shell, so the water energy, and it's presenting the other person emotional attitude or what is he feeling about this problem or in this relationship or what you are feeling. Yeah, depends whose energies are in this reading. On the west side, we have a candle which is presenting a fire. So we have this passion or spirit, and it's presenting the potential actions other person will take or will not take or we will take to resolve the problem, to come to the solution or not resolving or escape. It depends on the card. And the last one is the earth presented with this soil here, and it's actually the physical manifestation of the solution. Yeah. So is it going forward? I wouldn't say that it's the outcome. uh, I would say it's a going forward with the current energies. So we know if we change our energy towards the other person will automatically change the energy towards us and vice versa. Yeah? So I would say in the current state, if we will continue as is, this is the most probable outcome. Maybe this message will actually turn you to have a different approach and you can change the outcome. Yeah, I have this tea leaf oracle cards, so in the end I will put in each section one of the oracle cards. It's not a clarification, it's add on additional layer on the cards. It can, of course, change a bit the structure, or it can add another story, another possibility. Let's see how it will work. So see you in the shuffling part and then in the piles. Yeah, take your time and chase your intuition and see if by selecting the shell which attracts you the most, you will actually reach the story which is suited to you. Thank you. See you in the reading. Hi, pile number one, those one who resonates with this mussel shell. Let's see what is the story in the cards. So we have a first position, the heart of the matter of the problem, or why we are listening this, what we would like to resolve, for what problem we would like to hear a message to maybe drive us to the solution. As we are reading the relationship, this is the other person, what is in the other person's mind, what is his mental state about this problem, what is the other person's emotional state, how does he feel about this problem, what is the most probable action he is going to take, or actions he is going to take, and what is the physical reality, how does it manifest in the physical world. Or you can take it as a possible outcome, but I would rather say that it's at the moment physical reality. So if all the energies remain as they are now in these cards, this is how it will physically manifest, or will be a possible outcome. If we change any of these things by listening this message, and which could guide us to do some step, we can of course change the outcome. But we have to understand that we can change only ourselves. We can't change other person. Yeah? So by changing our attitude, we can potentially change the other person, if of course the other person is not rigid. So these are the energies in the relationship. I will read as it is the other person energy, but in these readings it could be that it's your energy, so they can swap. Yeah, so try to position yourself, understand who is who in this reading. It could be that it's swapped. So this problem which I'm reading, like a problem which you would like to resolve, or what is the heart of the matter for you, it could be that it's the heart of the matter for the other person. So, and this is you. So, or it's a mixture of the energies which are in this relationship. But let's see. So what do we have as a heart of the matter? So we have a creativity, or the Empress in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, and we have a new vision blocking it or crossing it, a new vision, a number 3, so the mirror of the creativity. That's very interesting combination. So first of all, they're both major arcana. So it looks like this problem is pasting quite highly, and it's very important problem which needs to be resolved, and it's driving by number 3. So the number 3 is the spiritual number of the Holy Trinity of Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, Mother, Father, and the child, past, present, and future. So a lot of things with this tree. So the High Priestess, or the creativity,
We can see she is emerging out of the earth with the help of the light from the above. She's naked, so she's trusting the nature around her. She's giving a birth to a very nice flower. There is a moon here, so she's connected to the cycles of the earth. She's a mother earth. She's very caring energy. She is soft, and she is growing her children with the softness, with the soft and creative approach. So you can see there are all of the colors here available, so she can do whatever she wants to do with this color. So she can be whatever she wants to be. It's just important that she is bringing creativity into this, what she wants to be. And but she's crossed with the new vision, or the hanged man. Yeah. So this hanged man, he is emerging from his roots with kind of a new idea. You can see there's three, so there is a circle for the spirituality, square for the physical reality, and the triangle as the Holy Trinity. So the health in the body, so the spirit, mind, and the body. And if we are taking the hanged man, so he sacrificed himself for something, so he withdrew himself from some situation, and he's hanging on the tree waiting to be enlightened, waiting to something is going by. Maybe he's in a blocking position, so something is in a blockage here, so something is blocking this creative energy, your creative energy, or you are blocking the creative energy of the other person. So this creativity is somehow put on hold. It could be different story behind. Do you want to get married, but the other person cannot make the decision? Do you want to have a child, and the other person is not really sure about this? So you are put on hold somehow. So if this is you are put on hold. You are on a hold for something because of the other person making their mind or making their decision. It's not necessary the mind. So or there is a three-party situation. Yeah, so it's number three. Third party situation. There is another person, and you are waiting for someone to make a decision. Let's move for another card. Maybe we will have a better picture. What is this about? So if you don't resonate with this situation, don't try to fit into this situation. So don't try to make up story just to fit into the reading. Go to another pile, or another reading, or another reader. Just don't try to fit in. Okay, so what does other person have in their mind? So letting go, or Eight of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, so in the area of mind where the best energies are the Swords energies, or the major arcana, we have the emotional energy. So what I noticed first is that the emotions are in the mind, so we are not really able to think very clearly, or the other person is not able to think very clearly. The emotions enter into his mind, the other person's mind. When I'm saying he, she, it's just words decide what is he and what is she by your situation. So in the rather white, we can see that someone is leaving situation behind. So it's leaving what doesn't serve him anymore. But because it is in the reverse, it's like he's resisting to see what doesn't serve anymore. So here in the Osho Zen we have this drop from the lotus flower, and it's actually this moment when the drop dropped into the water and made these circles. So actually creates a new circumstances, because this circle, when it will spread around, it will bring some kind of a new circumstances, no matter how small does it looks like. So this is the effect of the butterfly moving with the wings. I don't know the English direct expression for this. So the other person is not in his mind, so he's not able to think very clearly, because the emotions overwhelmed his mind, but he doesn't want to let go of something, so he's resisting to let go of something. Let me take another card, so a card of the emotions, because here now I don't know what does this person doesn't want to let go. Because I would say that he is blocking you. If this is you and that's them, it could be also vice versa. As I said, it could be that that's him and this is you don't want to let go of something. So let's see what do we have in the emotions. The rebel or the emperor, so the natural partner of the creativity, or the empress. But he is in the reversed, and he is in the sphere of the emotion of the water, so he is a major arcana. So it's something major going on in the emotions, which we can see that are also in the mind of this person. So since the empress, she is the creativity, the soft energy with no boundaries, so she is expanding over the planet and trying to do things. The rebel on the number 4, he is all about the boundaries, so he has to put some boundaries, or enabling the safe environment for the family. But on the other side, he is also a passionate energy. His areas, he is towards his goal. So we can see that he is coming from the eagle, from the dark, and he is enlightened because the eagle is the spiritual animal. And he is also transformed. He has a snake around his neck, and we can see that he is breaking the chains. And he also has a light, so he is enlightened and he is moving toward the goal. And that's what the emperor or the rebel is, being able to move towards the goal. So the rebel is, we can't really associate it with the emotions, although the passion is a part of the emotion, that's for sure, but it's rather a passionate energy. And it came in the reverse. So when we have the emperor in the reverse and the shadow side of the emperor is coming up, like being stubborn, trying to force the break of the chain, trying to come to the goal no matter what. But he's also partner of this female energy, and he is in the reverse. So while she is upright, so she is in her bright energy, he is in the water of the emotion in the reversed position. So he doesn't feel as a emperor, as a partner. So he is resisting of something. I wouldn't really read him with this negative association that he is trying to break the chains no matter what. Although maybe he is trying to force his own solution and blocking you as a female creative energy. Or he is just he just doesn't want to admit and recognize his emotions, or he is enforcing his emotion. He is coming with the passion and understanding that the passion is the emotion. So let's see what is here in the most probably action. 10 of Cups or a harmony. So it's definitely not the action card or the energy. The rebel would be. So if these two positions would be swapped, it would be a more clear picture, but they are not. Yeah. So in the action we have a harmony. We have the highest state of the emotional equilibrium. We are connected to the third eye and the heart. Yeah. So we are listening our heart and the third eye, and we are in the position of the pleasure. So we don't want to take any action. So your person, he doesn't want to take any action. He is, although it's 10, yeah, so 10 is always a sign that we reach the end. So in the 10 we can't persist for a long time. Yeah, it's this fairy tale story which are finishing with the 10, and they were living happy ever after. But then ever after become a normal life, yeah, everyday life with washing the dishes and cleaning and taking care of their children and so on and so on. So we can't persist for in number 10, but he doesn't want to take any action. He wants to remain as it is, because he doesn't want to recognize his feeling, or he's suppressing his passion in the emotion. He doesn't want to change anything, so that's why he is hanging on this tree and trying to remain like this. In his mind there is emotion in his mind, so he's not thinking clearly. So we need to have our, we are saying in the spiritual world that we have to feel, but yeah, we also need to think. Yeah, so the mind is very useful when it's in its own place. So something is wrong with this person emotions, or he can't let go something, doesn't want to change anything. So it could be that there is a third party situation and he would just like to keep it as is, not changing anything. He feels very good harmoniously because he has you for the passion and he has his wife for the family life, or she. I mean, again, it's, I'm not talking gender specifically. It could be any kind of gender. Yeah, so I'm just taking he or she. driving the conversation driving me to he and she, but it's not. So let's see, what is this physical reality? Five of Cups and clinging to the past. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so it's, this person is pretty in the emotions. He doesn't think clearly, and that's the position of the Hanged Man. So he's still hanging, so he can't come down to the earth. So the characteristic of the Hanged Man is as well that he will, when he will come back, so he is actually surrendering himself, and he is in kind of an accepting that he is ready to hear something, but this position, this person is like not hanging for this reason. He's just trying to suppress something and doesn't allow you, or doesn't allow that something new is happen, because he can't let go of something. And with the clinging to the past is even more so. He's clinging to the past. He's in the Rider White, we can see that the guy is looking at the cups which are spelled, and he can't see the other two which are still upright, and he can't see the bridge and the castle over the bridge. Here it's presented with the TV show, where we have our head in a TV and in colorness of the TV show, and we are watching the same program again and again and again, and we are just living in the past. We don't want to put our head out of this of the box. So it doesn't look like with the current energies, if nothing is changed, if you will not put some kind of other energy in, that something will be changed. So he wants to remain as it is, and he doesn't want to move on. He doesn't want to let go, even though he is maybe aware that it doesn't serve. He doesn't want to let go. As such, it could be that it's you who doesn't want to let go. Yeah, that's you who doesn't want to let go of this relationship, although it's blocking you. It's blocking you to spread your wings and move forward. But I think it's him, because of this Ten of Cups in the position of the most probably action. And the outcome. Yeah. Yeah, let me put some oracle cards from the tea leaf and see if we can get a bit more of the out of the story. Okay, so dear Spirit, can you give us a message from the oracle? What is about this heart of the matter, of the problem of the pile number 1? And what does one of them in the number 1 doesn't want to let go in the mind? And what is this reversed Emperor in the emotion? What is this harmony in the most probably action, and in the physical reality clinging to the past? You will be shown the way. Okay, candle. Okay, so you are stuck currently, and the new vision or this hanging from the tree and waiting that the some new way is coming, is saying you will be shown the way. So let's see what message do we have here. A bear, danger, especially in money matters. Okay, so this position of whichever energy not letting go in mind is a dangerous position, staying in the money matter. So if this is a kind of a business relationship we are looking here, then we maybe need to renew our business processes or doing something else, because the market is not accepting anymore what we are doing. So we need this new creativity which is in the mind of this energy, and not letting go of the old, it can leave us in the danger, especially if the money matters, as it's saying. But it could equally be in our life, love life. Yeah, so if we don't let go of something, if we are in a divorce, maybe this person needs to pay some money or share the the heritage. So let's see what is here in the emotions. New home, new attitude, the broom. Yeah, so we need a broom. We need a new attitude. We need a new home. So it's suggesting that this person needs to make a decision, and that maybe you are the better option if this is a third party situation, or the new home, in the renewal of the home. So it needs to be, so this energy of the rebel needs to be changed. So it needs to come to the upright position from the upside down, because at the moment this is the destroyed energy. It's not the creative energy of the rebel who is actually able to who is very charismatic, and people are following him, and he is able to reach the goal. Now he is actually destroying, and it's in the emotion part. The emotions are breaking this person from doing so. It needs, in this room where is the major arcana as well, the broom needs to be here. So someone, he needs some kind of a healing, so, or facing with what is in his emotion, or admit his emotions, to whom, if this is a third party situation, to whom he is sharing the emotions with. If this is a business relationship, so are we clinging to something just because it's emotionally, but it doesn't give any money, as the bear is saying here, that we are in the dangerous situation to lose some money. So let's see here in the potential action. Disappointment in a friend or a lover. Okay. Okay, so although we feel some kind of a harmony, and we are good, or we are afraid maybe to be disappointed, or maybe we are afraid to disappoint someone else by choosing the other option. So what is here in the outcome? Rainbow. The most difficult part of the situation is over. Okay, so obviously you moved a bit forward. You are aware of the issue, and you are trying to resolve it, and the most difficult part of the situation is over. So now when you actually when you are facing you, as you who is listening this reading, because the other person is maybe not aware of the issue. So now when you are facing with the issue, now when you understand, the most difficult part of the situation is over. So if you would be able to move out of the box, to stop watching the same program all the time just because it's nice, you will be out of the of the worst. Of course, then the resolution should come and it could hurt, but sometimes this hurtness is much less dangerous than persisting in the situation which doesn't serve us. So think of who doesn't let go of something, who is held into some kind of a harmony and doesn't want to make any step, any action toward something, who is blocking whose creativity, and who is this person who is actually holding the suppressive a bit of the aggression in the emotion, because it's out of the fear, and this needs to be cleaned out. So the biggest issue here is this area of the emotional state of one of you, if this is the other person or the other person, and this needs to be cleaned out, and then it will be the most difficult part of the situation or will be over. Once you will resolve this, probably needs to let go and understand that we can't persist forever in the rainbow situation, in the harmony, in the stage 10. We need to move on, and you will be shown the way. So thank you, pile number 1. That's all. Hi, pile number 2, and those one who resonate with this scallop shell, small scallop shell, or the St. Jacob shell. Let's see what the story is for you in these cards. So the first position is the heart of the matter of the problem. So why you are listening, what you would like to resolve, for which problem you would like to hear the messages. What is in other person mind? What are is feeling to? What are their feeling toward the situation? What is the most probably action they will take? And what is the physical reality, or how does it manifest in the physical world, or what is the potential outcome of the problem if the energy remained the same? As I said, for pile number 1, the energy could be swapped, so it could be that this is that the surrounding cards are your energy and the problem is their problem. So try to recognize who is who in this reading and then just apply. So what do we have here in pile number 2? We have a control, or the King of Swords, crossed by the burden by 6 of Swords. So it's some kind of a mental game. We have a problem with the mental state, with overthinking. So let's see how the story will develop. So we have a control, or the King of Swords, the master of the planning, and his ability to make plan into these details that nothing can fail the result if all the circumstances remain the same. And we know that life is not like this, so we can plan our own way of resolving something, but we never know what is coming from the outside world, so we need to be a bit agile. But we can see that he is holding, he has a tight fist, and he's shaped in the pyramid, so he's like a mummy, and he's in the clouds with his head, and he does receive some energy from the above, but it just doesn't go through his body to the earth, but it's stopped with the pyramid or the triangle down below in the lower part of the body. So he's trying to keep something in the control. some part of his life or someone else? Is it you who is trying to keep something under control, or is it him? Let's see. But then we have, it's crossed by the burden, by the Six of Swords. And the burden is, we are trying to get uphill, but we have on our shoulders quite a lot of burdens, and they are just showing us with quite of arrogance, faster, quicker, better, more. And we have a rooster on the top, who is, we know the rooster is quite arrogant, and he is showing up. He has nothing in his body, he is all in the feathers, so in the colors, and he's just running chickens around, yeah. So he's everything in his voice, he's announcing, he's pretending, he's pretending, he's playing a game of being strong, and he can be quite dangerous as well, yeah. So we feel this as a burden, we feel this as a burden, this control, but we can't let go, but we do feel this as a burden. It's holding us, this faster, better, what the society will say. I have to announce that I am a manager, I gain another step in my career, or in my love life, I'm getting married for the best, for the richest, and so on and so on. So there is a burden, so we feel the heaviness of this situation. So let's see what is in our mind. Awareness, in his mind, sorry, in the other person's mind. Awareness, 7 on the Chariot. Interesting. Okay. So we can see that there is like an illusion behind, and then a bit real, more picture, which is coming from the whale, actually. So the whale is dropping, and the reality is coming out. So in our mind we become aware, or this person is aware of the illusion he is living in. Is it the same person? Is this the same person, and this person become aware, or the other person is aware of this mind setup, which is a problem? Positioning for your own case, who is who in this reading. But for this person, it's the reality is emerging out. He is ready to go toward the drop the whale. So the Chariot as well is the victory card. It's also being in balance with the yin and yang energy. We are looking at the traditional rider white, where he has a white and the black horse, and he is able to hold them in kind of a balance or synchronicity, yeah? Being aware that life has a black and a white and spots in our life, and we need to drive our chariot in between, being aware how to overcome the obstacle. Do we need to cut the obstacle, or we need to go around? But he's dedicated to his goal. So the other person become or starting to become aware of the problem, and start to realizing that he's living in some kind of an illusion, illusion made by this control. Is it you, or is it him, or is it you who become aware? Position yourself. So what do we have here in the emotional sphere? page of, no, sorry, Knight of Pentacles, or slowing down in Osho Zen. So the Knight of Pentacles, as a presenter of the Knights, which are the fast-moving energies, let's say. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest energy, but he is reliable. He is going to achieve what he is what he wants to, so he's going to achieve his goals. The only problem with the Knight of Pentacles is that he is too attached to the material things. So in Osho Zen, it's this slowness is presented by a turtle who is very slow when they are on the earth, but if they move into the water of emotion, they are much faster. They are also carrying their house with them, which is presenting that they can feel home wherever they are. So whether they are in the earth or whether they are in the water, they feel they feel home, or they have their own home. It came into the reverse. So I would say that they are even more slowing down. They are anyway slow, with the reverse they are slowing down even more. So they are afraid to step into the water of the emotion because they don't have experience and they don't know that they are actually faster in the water. And they still have their home with them, so they don't need to be afraid of anything, but they are afraid to lose the ground under their foot. And it's possible that they are too afraid to lose their material security. So there is a plan which is driving potentially to a good material wealth, and faster, quicker, better, whatever, is bringing us to the top of the modern life pyramid. We can gain a very good position, but we are also losing our freedom, no matter how we think that we are free with this. So in the mental sphere, it's very interesting, because in the mental sphere we become aware that we are overwhelmed, and the veil of this illusion that we will that our life will be better with this, achieving this goal, and don't let any surprises to ruin our life. Don't move off the road, because the plans, of course we have to make a plan, but they should be just a measure of how far from the plan we are. The life is not the straight line, the life is all around this line, but we of course we need to have an orientation where we are, so the plans are just to break them, if I'm saying so. But in the emotions we are afraid of this, so maybe we are afraid of what we are actually seeing with our mind. We are afraid that this illusion will drop, this veil will drop, and we will be facing with the uncharted terrain. So let's see what is the most probably action. The aloneness in the reverse, the hermit in the reverse. So the hermit is, so he withdrew from the society to gain the inner truth. So he is not like a hanged man. Hanged man hanged him for the certain situation, or he sacrificed himself because he was not able to move forward like this. While the hermit, he felt inside of him that there is another truth, that this what he is living currently is not his truth, and he moved out into the dark where there is nothing but just the stars to orient it by. And we know, if we know the stars, if we know the sky, Of course we have to know it very, very well, and of course we need to have a bright nights. If we don't have a bright nights, we need to wait. So he is trying to gain the truth naturally, but he came in the reverse. So it's Hermit in the reverse is not the most positive card. Yeah, it can be that we just lost stick to the reality and just we moved just away from the society, and we are living this life of hermit, because the hermit upright doesn't mean that he left the society. He's just seeking for the truth, but he can well living in a town, in a city with his family, but he's just seeking inner guidance, inner truth. Maybe he started his spiritual life, while this one withdrew completely from the when he is in the reverse. Yeah, it could be it could well be that as it is on the position of the action, that that he found the truth and he is happy to move back, so to share the truth which he found, or to start with this new truth again. So let's see what is the outcome. Maybe this outcome will tell us more. Receptivity. Wow, very nice. Okay, so we are moving from the energy of the full control of the King of Swords into the Queen of Cups, the receptive energy. We can see the image. She is holding the water of the emotion, so she steps into this water of the emotion where the Knight of Pentacles were afraid of, and she has her hands are turned upward to the universe for help. She doesn't have a head, she has a lot of flowers, so she's completely receptive to receive this energy from the above, the truth from the above. And that's the potential outcome, or going forward, or the physical reality. So now I would read this aloneness or hermit in the reverse as finding the inner truth. So this person will find the inner truth, and he will drop his ego, and he will, the ego which this control has, and he will receive from the universe. He would understand that he doesn't need to be faster, better. He doesn't need to be CEO. He doesn't need to be any position to be, or to enjoy life, or to have a quality life. And yeah, so who is who now in this reading? So who is this who wants to have this life in the control, and who feel this as a burden, or understand that this is a burden, and then being aware, starting to understand that we don't need to stick to the plan, that we can go off-road just to have a plan, to orientate how far from the plan we are, and will ease their emotions and dare to step into the water of the emotion, because at the moment, or in the near future, this person is resisting, is afraid of, but he will anyway go and seek for the truth, or he already went, because now we have this loneliness in the reverse, and we have this outcome as the receptivity, as a dropping of ego. There could be a different stories behind. Yeah, so I will put some oracle cards on top of this from the tea leaf to see what story will these oracle cards bring us. So they could also change the situation, but At this moment, from these cards only, I would say that someone will seek the truth and will come back with the understanding and will somehow battle this fear of the water, of the emotion, and actually emerge himself into the water of the emotion. Okay, so let's see what the oracle cards can tell us. Okay, so dear Spirit, what additional message do you have for this heart of the matter position, which looks like the burden of the control situation? What is this awareness in the position of the mind, and what is this slowing down in the position of the emotions? What is aloneness in the position of the action, and what is the receptivity in the potential outcome or the physical reality? New. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Okay, so that's this person. Yeah, so this person is stubborn, and that's the heart of the matter. Yeah. So this person is stubborn and unwilling to change, although it's a burden, and he has a problem with this, but he is unwilling to change. So what is this? Okay, I'll take it later. So the well, family wishes come true. Okay, so this awareness in the mind setup, is someone wish? Is it your wish that he will change, or it's his wish that you will change, or it's some kind of a family relationship? But this wish will come true, whatever it is. So the wish to become aware, or the wish to drop off this burden from our shoulder and become more free. Let's see what is in the emotional. The star. Oh, guaranteed success. Wow. Okay, so as it is now, it will be changed. So it will not remain as it is. So this turtle will come to the water sooner or later, and that's the star from this skylight. Time to get out of the situation. Yeah, so someone will understand that it's time to get out of the situation, and it will remove and seek the truth. And what is the outcome? The will. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so it's saying that it's that you are allowing life to rumble around, but I would say in the other words, so I'm not always reading this particularly explanation as it is. Yeah, so I would say it's also connected to the wheel of fortune. I'm connecting this to the wheel of fortune. So I would say we would chase the wheel of fortune by moving out of the situation and trying to see with the other eyes, and try to see what will happen if we just drop down this control. Also this well, it's bringing some water, so the emotions. So and you know that we are dropping the coins into the well to the wish come true. Yeah, so this is also a wish. Yeah, so I would say yes. So it's a stubborn or person or situation or something. So we need to convince someone for something different, or we need to be convinced that it's not the only way for the success, and that we have also live our life, not only follow the being better, faster, achieve some position and similar things. So we are aware, so the other person gain the awareness. He become aware that it's a burden, and the other person is potentially trying to convince you, or it's the other way around. And he is determined to that the wish will come true. He is determined that the wish will come true, because the awareness or the chariot is the energy of achieving. So he wants to drop the veil of illusion, and he's dedicated to this. And there is a guaranteed success. So whoever is this person who is afraid of dropping or letting or going into the water, it's a guaranteed success. So he will move, or moving to the water of the emotion is bringing us success. But we have to move out of the society where we are, and letting the sky be only guidance, so not some kind of a plan which this King of Swords or the Control made, but we need to connect to the nature and see the signs which the nature is giving us. So here it's in the reverse position. I would read it a bit different if it would be in the upright position, so I would read that someone went to see it. But here, although it's almost always interpreted as a negative energy, I'm not interpreting this as a negative energy. I'm saying that someone moved out of the situation, went and see the truth, so this person, and he's coming back with another truth, yeah, and he is in the receptive, so he is happy to move into the water of the emotion and ready to drop the ego, to drop this being the best, being whatever. And yeah, so letting life rumble, it could be negative, yeah, but we are moving from this control position, if we remember, into the more intuitive position, and letting that the things are happening around us and are moving us from the plan, and then we are with the agile energy can always adapt a bit. So that's all pile number 2. I hope it resonates with you, and I hope you can find yourself into this reading of positioning what is you and what is the other person. If not, then please don't try to make it. Just go to another pile or another reading. Thank you, pile number 2. And welcome pile number 3, those one who resonate with this small spiral shell. Let's see what cards, which story cards are holding for us. So we have a heart of the matter, or the reason why we are listening this reading, what is the problem is facing us, and we would like to resolve, we would like to hear some messages which would help us from the position. What is in the other person's mind? What is in the other person emotion? What is the other person most probably action? And what is the outcome or the physical reality of this energy? So how does it manifest in the physical reality? As I said in the other 2 piles, these are the energies of the relationship. So it could be that the energies are vice versa, so that this surrounding cards presenting your energy. Try to recognize who is who, and then the drama is the same, just the role is different. So apply this the other way around and see the solution. Yeah. So the heart of the matter, inner voice or high priestess. Crossed by nothingness or high priests. So again, in pile number 1 we had the couple as the Empress and the new vision, so the number 3, And here we have a female approach crossed by the male approach. Yeah? So the inner voice is presenting the duality and accepting the duality of life. Yeah, so hot, cold, love, hate. This is everything what is going on in our life. What is true, the inner us can tell us. So there is the inner voice which is able to tell us what is the true. In the classical Rider White, she is holding the closed book, and she doesn't want to tell us the truth. She wants us to experience the truth. So when the fool on his journey met her, she told him that he needs to research on his own. Yeah? She came in the reverse, so it could be, again, like I said in the pile number 2, we can read it as an opposite, as a negative energy, so that she is taking over her capability of and the wisdom of seeing things and being so connected to the universe that she understands. So she has all the experience, and she can very well listen her voice, and then she can actually abuse it. But I would rather read it that there are too many inner voices, and she cannot recognize the right one, or you as a problem, you can see that you are not able to recognize the inner voice. So now we are crossed with the opposite approach of the spiritual teaching, where the Hierophant is teaching by telling the students, explaining them the experience. So I will say something like this. It's not maybe the best abbreviation, but it's kinda. So we can tell to our child that the oven is hot, and if he will touch it, he will burn himself, and it will be very painful. Now he can listen us and being happy with our experience, and understand that that's something what is not supposed to be done. But we have other children as well, other type of children. They will anyway go and touch, so they will try to experience it. So that's this two type of teaching, and it's always also up to us which kind of a teaching we are ready to accept. Of course, there are different circumstances, and in some circumstances we can accept the one approach, and in the other circumstances we can approach also the other one. It could be well that these children who are listening this high priest actually knows from another experience what does it mean to be burned, so they understand deep inside what did he want to say us. It's not that they are only obey the rules, but maybe they are also able to understand from inside. We always need to think about it. So what is this situation? It's like the opposites of the female and the male approach, where the female energy is confused, and maybe it's on the wrong way. Maybe we are not able to hear our inner voice. Maybe there are too many voices, and it could be that we are blocking with the rules, that we are blocking with the Hierophant rules, and with the trying that someone is teaching us and not letting us experience. This reminds me on parents-child relationship, so if you can find yourself in this, but yeah, it could be in any other relationship. Of course, it can be in a business relationship where we are not allowed to investigate, but we need to follow the rules of the company. It could be in the love relationship where someone is trying to tell us how the relationship should look like. So it's any kind of a relationship, but let's say that the best that in my mind it came like a relationship between the parents and the children, where parents, we would like to prevent our children to experience the worst, and then we are trying to protect them. So let's see what is in the mind of the other person from the relationship, the lovers. Okay. Another major arcana. So here we have a major arcanas too, as we had also in the pile number 1. So it's like a very big problem. While in the pile number 2 we had a court card. So I'm not saying it's of course it's if we have a problem, our problem is the biggest for us. Yeah. So there is no comparison which problem is worse. But let's say that it has a more importance in our whole life. It's not presenting just kind of a situation, but it has like a life decision level of a problem. So we have lovers. Lovers, it's about the attraction. We are attracted to each other like a magnet, and we would like to stay and remain in this situation forever. Presented from the Rider White. So the lovers, or the Eve taken out of the biblical story, she is tempted to take the apple, and actually being judged, changed the whole history, and also being thrown out of the Garden of Eden forever. So we know that we have to make some kind of a choice, I would say, here in this position. Is it a choice about which way, which direction, a female or a male approach? Are we going to touch this oven or not? To choose which of the voices is the correct one. Is the other person trying to make a choice between something, between more than one person? Are we as a parents try to understand what the love is? So what to choose, and how actually to be there for our children, but not to put too many rules. Yeah. So it could be mother-father position, where mother doesn't have a word here, but it's about love, and there is a love in our mind, but because it's in our mind, it could be a conditioning love. So let's see what is in the position of the emotions. So possibilities, or 2 of Wands, 2 connected to the inner voice, to the High Priestess, and in the reverse on the same as the High Priestess. So upright in the Rider White, there is a clear decision which way we are going. So we drop the other idea and we know which way we are going. Yeah. Here we have an eagle flying above the mountains, and he can equally see what is going on in the valley as well as what is happening behind the mountains, where the sun is dropping behind the mountains. He is also a spiritual animal, so he is connected to the spirit, and it's in the reverse. Is he not willing to make a decision? Is he not able to fly and see the opportunities and the possibilities in the emotional part? So now we have a lovers, which is connected to the emotion. We have a heart, so there is decision which we have to make in our mind, but not being cut off of the emotions, but be also clear when we are making a decision. So what is actually attracting us? While down in the emotions, we don't really feel very comfortable, so we are not able to decide about the inner voice, which one is a right one, and someone is holding us here. So what is the action? Okay, so 7 of Swords. Okay. Yeah, so the 7 of Swords is in the Rider-Waite. It's a card of a sneakness. Yeah, like here is a politic. Yeah, so we are trying to escape from the camp, not telling anyone what we are doing, and hiding something, or just escaping from the situation. So it could be both negative and positive. Escape from the situation. We actually did a good plan how to escape, because we are successful in escape, but we are in a conflict. We are holding 5 swords when we are running away, and here it's saying politic. So it's a sword, so it's not necessary that it's a physical action, but it could be action of our mind. So to change the direction of our mind, so different approach, different thinking. We took a tactic to escape from the situation. It's really remind me on a parents-child situation where parents are so strict and holding us with different rules that we are actually trying to find a solution to escape from the situation. And maybe we are not actually allowing to choose. We are afraid to choose the one which we want, because it's maybe controversial. It could be that this option which we have is actually not acceptable from the position of the Hierophant or the nothingness. But the nothingness is just the position where we have nothing to hold on. And we just need to let that the things are happened, and it could be that we are afraid of this. So what is the outcome? Compromise. 6 connected to the Lovers. 6 compromise. Okay, so 6 is a number of harmony. So equal give and taken. This would be in the traditional Rider-Waite. We have to decide on which side we are. Are we on the side of the taken, or we are in the side of the given? And this needs to be in a balance. So we have to give away what we are receiving, and I'm not saying that this is in a bilateral relationship. Yeah, so it's just important that we are giving away to the world what we are receiving from the world. It doesn't matter from which person. But the Osho Zen is saying a compromise. Yeah, so compromise, it's not always bad as it is presented in his card, seeing these faces which are a bit ugly and sleazy, but in this situation, are we going to try to find a compromise? So now I don't know if we are really a child and we are trying to we would like to choose on our own. We are attracted by something, but the emotions are holding us back. They are not allowing us, because maybe we are afraid of someone else rigid rules. So then we will make a plan and we will do the compromise in the real world, but will this make us happy? From the image, not. So if we are just watching at the images, and the tarot is kind of a way also not only reading cards by the rules or by the description, but also have some kind of a feeling. This compromise, this politic plan which we will make, will not bring us to the good solution. So I have the mixture of the energies, and I'm not really able to allocate who is who in this situation. Who is male energy, who is holding the female energy back, or trying to back up in the female energy which is lost. It could be as well, yeah, because it's in the reversed. So is it that this female energy lost the power, or it's lost too many inner voices and she's not able to emotionally see the possibilities which she has? But in his mind, the mind is dedicated, that it's attracted, and the mind is attracted with something, and the mind of this person wants to go some direction but is afraid of, so he is making a plan to escape from the situation and making kind of a compromise. So let's see what the oracle cards from the tea leaf can say. What is the additional layer of the, so it's not a clarification, it's just an additional layer of the meaning of these cards. Let's see. So what are these two energies of the High Priest and the High Priestess in the pile number 3? What are the lovers in the sphere of the mind, and the two possibilities in the sphere of the emotion? What is this potential action, and what is this compromise as the potential outcome? A barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So something is lacking, and we are tightened with some rules, and we are in a blockage position, so we have nothing to hold on, and we are afraid of. So what is here? A fair woman dealing in a relationship with a woman with the blonde, gray, or white hair. Okay, so are we, so is the other person attracted by this blonde lady, and we are in a kind of a third party situation? Forces are working against you. And we are not allowed to see the possibilities, or this option is not accepting by the society. So we are tightened with the male approach, which is blocking us. So the rules are blocking us, and someone is trying to tell us what is the true and is not allowing us to have an experience. But I have a feeling that it's your energy, the same person. So, but we are attracted with something. We are attracted with some blonde woman, or the other person. So let's see, what is the potential action? Headache over you no longer have. And the outcome, a distant friend is thinking of you. Okay. Yeah, so pile number 3, I'm not sugarcoating, I'm trying to read cards as I'm feeling. So for me this is some kind of suppressing something. and not allowing inner voice to come out, or too many voices, and actually something higher is holding our emotions back. We are attracted by some blonde woman which we can't have, and we will compromise, we will let this blonde woman go, and some distant friend will help us in the future, so we will seek for a help from a friend, and this friend will help us to go. So this circle now at the moment, it looks like it will now go. This attraction at the moment will now go. The society, the whatever, doesn't allow us to do this, and we are held back very hard, very severe with this axe. We are actually really holding back, so we can't do whatever. We can't do what we want, so we will seek for help from a friend. Equal give and taken, so friends who gave us in the past, or who we gave in the past. So a distant friend is actually thinking of us, and maybe we need to give a call to this distant friend, and maybe we need to recall in our mind who could it be, and ask for help, because we can't really resolve this on our own. So we are in our mind with this politics, yeah. So we are making a plan how to escape, because we feel very sorry not having this, but this situation doesn't allow us. We are tightened with something. Thank you, pile number 3.